Good morning. Yesterday I replaced the starter solenoid with the solenoid off the other bike, and hey presto, it works. So I sprayed a little bit of starting fluid in the aero start in through the carbies on both sides. Hit the button and hey presto, she fired up and ran for a few beats until I saw a bunch of fuel leaking out that carbie. So I think the float valve's sticking. So I'm going to pull that carbie off and unstick the float valve, or maybe it's a gasket or something, I don't know. But then I'm going to I didn't want to run it for too long because it's got no coolant. Radiators aren't attached, so I'm going to put all that together today, get it ready to start, and then I'll turn the video back on after I've assembled all that, unstuck the needle and the float valve, and hopefully we'll see it run properly. Just took the carbie out to work out why it was pissing out fuel, and hey presto, self-sabotage again. At simple solution, I forgot to screw in the float bowl drain screw, and that's it, simple as that. So I'm now putting it back together. Done this a few times, pulled the carbie out, and it's always a real battle, but I've since discovered there is an easy way to get it in and out, which I guess I used to swear, and years ago I did this on a CX500 years ago and really struggled to get it out, but you just got to put it in the right position and it comes out easily. I used to curse at the Japanese for designing it that way, saying, I've had BMWs and they're so much easier to work on and sort of more open, and getting to the bolts you need to undo are straightforward and clear access. Well, a lot of that's true, but in me swearing and cursing at getting the carbie in and out in the past was my incompetence, and not just taking my time to work out how I can spin it on its side and up and around and get it out. So that's great. I'm going to put this back together. I'm going to put the radiator on. I'm going to put the tank on. I'm going to take it off the bench, or maybe I'll leave it on the bench, and then I'm going to start it. Woohoo! I'm going to check all the bolts and whatnot, nuts and bolts floating around everywhere, that they're all done up. As I noticed there are a few I haven't done up. I just did up finger tight. That one, for example, obvious one. I don't know why I didn't do that one up. I'm sure there's a few nuts and bolts that are not done up quite tight enough. Okay, so got it all back together. Got my 30 amp fuse in, got the battery connected up, got coolant in, got petrol on the tank, tank's been cleaned out, carbies have been cleaned out. It's fired once before when it had no coolant and whatnot in it. So let's hit the start button and see what happens. spray a little bit of this up in there. Yay, we've got two lights. Out of gear. Oh! Startomator doesn't sound real healthy. Better turn the petrol on. Might help. Big knocking sound from one of those. Seems like the tappets are way out. Covers off and check the valve clearances, because that's on that side it sounds not quite right. And I don't want it to heat up too much. I want it to stay cool. Alright, so I've redone the tappets, put the tank back on. The tappets on the right hand cylinder were way out. I must have set them at top dead centre, but not on the compression stroke. So anyway, I did it, and it should be 0.1 on the exhaust, and it was about half a mil to a mil, maybe even a mil and a half, 2 mil. It was really both inlet and outlet, so I didn't have it in the right spot when I set them last, but now I think they're in the right spot. So I'm going to start it again and see if it sounds as bad as it did. Oh, not in neutral. Now in neutral. A little bit of help. Alright, so got a fuel leak out of both carbies. Little bit of a coolant leak. Probably this right hand head, the other side's fine. And an oil leak. Some somewhere from up in behind there. So, a few issues to solve.